Good day, class. My name is Gabrielle Miller, and I'll be presenting on why economic growth is so important. The purpose of this presentation is to show the importance of economic growth and why this is necessary to a country's success. What is economic growth? Economic growth means an increase in a country's national income and output. Economic growth is measured with GDP. Gross domestic product is a measure of production, such as goods and services within a country. Benefits of economic growth. Higher incomes. Consumers consume more goods and services, thus creating a better standard of living. Economic growth, employment decrease, When economic growth is high, firms or businesses employ more workers. Investment. Economic growth encourages businesses and firms to invest in order to meet their future demand. Improved public services. This can lead to higher revenues, thus allowing the government to spend more on public services like healthcare and schools and education. A more diverse economy. More developing countries, the majority of people work in agriculture or substance farming, Economic growth allows more room for different opportunities, and these opportunities include service or manufacturing. Inflation. Costs of economic growth are inflation. Economic growth can cause inflation when the growth rate is above the long-run trend of growth, when demand increases too quickly, then causing a positive output gap and firms push prices up. Inequality. Growth in economic growth can result in a small section of society benefiting more than others. For example, those with assets and wealth will see a proportionately bigger rise in the market value of rents and their wealth, whereas those unskilled or without wealth may benefit less from this growth. Environmental costs. Higher input will lead to increased population and congestion. An example of that would be breathing issues and time wasted in traffic. And an example of environmental costs includes China's breakneck period of economic growth has led to increased pollution and congestion levels. Also, economic growth will lead to the consumption of non-renewable resources, which may place costs on future generations. Causes or factors of economic growth. Natural resources. Natural resources like oil or mineral deposits help to boost economic growth. Also, increasing the production possibility curve. An example of a natural resource would be natural gas, oil, or water. Labor. A growing population says that there is an increase in workers or employees, thus a higher workforce. Physical capital. Investment in capital such as factories, roads, and machinery. Technology. Technology can increase productivity and accelerating growth and development. The Bahamian economic environment. The gross domestic product or GDP of the Bahamas is approximately 5.7 billion, with tourism accounting for 50%, financial services nearly 20%, and the balance spread among retail and the wholesale trade, fishing, light manufacturing, and agriculture. Since 1996, the Bahamas has seen an annual GDP growth of approximately 4%, primarily driven by the advances and expansion in tourism and construction. While tourism and financial services provide the country with a strong economic backbone, new investment opportunities are now unfolding in several areas such as e-business, manufacturing, light industry, land development, and transshipment. Bahamian currency, which is on par with the US dollar, is recognized for its steady performance and unwavering value. This stability anchors the Bahamian economy and creates a viable investment foundation. Countries with and without economic growth. Ethiopia. When they have adopted a state-led growth model, this boosted their manufacturing sector, also establishing industrial parks and investing strongly in road and rail infrastructure. Growth is expected to average 7.0% in 2019 through to 2024. South Sudan, with 13 million inhabitants, South Sudan is struggling with poverty, high death rates, violence, and civil wars. The standard of living is extremely low. The country relies on agriculture, but the violence and lack of food and not enough water causes illness. Sudan cannot produce goods to export efficiently, thus their GDP per capita does not reach four-figure levels. And my final thoughts, do the benefits outweigh the costs? To me, in my opinion, I do think that the benefits of economic growth outweigh the costs. At the end of the day, economic growth, like I said, is crucial for a country's success. You need money, you need you need the community, you need your people to shop within the country, you need your people to just have a higher standard of living and live better. And when your people are living better, your economy will prosper. I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. You guys can, if you have any questions, you guys can let me know. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.